Hello, it is still Sunday, September 28th, 2025. Just a really quick update from my earlier video. I was talking about the Asiana Airlines flight that crashed at SFO in 2013, and I just wanted to look it up, and it turns out they are blaming it on pilot mismanagement on the final approach, and I believe now, looking at it, it's probably from 2013. It's probably very similar to what happened to Brett James's plane. I think looking at it now, it could have been some, directed energy technology at the time, screwing with instruments on the plane. And I think that's what happened with Brett James's airplane. And I don't know what brought me to that. Oh, it was James Aldean singing Drink a Beer or something. So I'm gonna get to that video, and it's just I just wanted to put that there's a connection there. I never looked at that before. I never looked at what caused that plane to crash like that. It was it was three people who died. It wasn't a major crash, but I think it was that plane was just people screwing with the directed energy technology to see if they could make planes screw the instruments of planes. It sounds like they're saying that the mismanagement is they didn't know how to handle their automatic airspeed control and other stuff like that. It just sounds like stuff was messing with their electronic systems. Could have been directed energy technology, or it could have been somebody overtaking the flight panel, remote control. So, all right, goodbye. So Dolly earlier tonight canceled her shows in Vegas and rescheduled for next year, and it's at the same place where Kelly was. And sometimes I get the feeling, because I looked at Dolly's feed, and one of the very last posts she did was last Monday talking to Reba. I don't know if that was planned, but I remember last week I was saying Reba needs help, and I went on, and I don't mean to I don't know. I'm sorry. I kept promising another video, and I didn't mean to oversell it like there's going to be massive secrets coming out and stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people already know. Anyway, I'll try to get the video done. I had a whole bunch of pages like this lined up to start the video, and then something happened and the whole thing deleted. And it took me like a week to get each of these little things up here, when I do my videos, and now I don't remember what's on most of them, but I'll start again. I think that was it was an accidental deletion, I think, by me. I think I might have had too many windows open, or something else happened. They just disappeared, and it could have been subconscious. It could be timing. I don't fret over stuff like this, you guys, because I just have a way of, I just don't fret because it means there's better timing for this. And it seems like just from the timing of when she posted this after I posted the last video around that time, and it almost feels like the people trying to protect Dolly were waiting for a video of mine before they decided whether to cancel or not in Vegas. And I'm sorry I didn't get the video out to help you make a decision, but I'm happy you canceled. I'm happy you canceled. I wish everybody would just cancel right now, because I'm overly stressed over certain security stuff. Now right when I felt glad nothing was happening this weekend, then somebody felt something bad going on at Caesars. I don't know if I put this in a video or not. There are some videos I start like 16 times. One of the videos, I'll start after about 10 minutes, and I'll say, this isn't going right, and I shut it off. And then sometimes I just say, I'm just going to keep talking. So I don't know if I deleted this before or if I talked about it. So I'm just going to say it again, just in case. For the Kelly Clarkson Show, I did say this. Oh, I did put this in the video. Yeah, I did. Not the Kelly Clarkson Show. For her, yeah, I already went over this. there's stuff already on a video I have about the requirements for female singers, and Dolly is definitely somebody who is tobacco free. She understands more than anybody. She's a completely tobacco free. Reba was tobacco free until like she did one song that had cigarette recently. When I say recently, I say 10 years ago or something. She did one. Maybe she's done since, and now she's on the voice of Big Tobacco, I used to call it. And I don't like the voice that much for that because they're definitely tobacco related. I used to call it the voice of Big Tobacco. But so I would definitely watch out there. But yeah, the residencies in Vegas are definitely need to go through a shift. And I think it would be better to wait until next year for that stuff. If she was feeling pressure at any time, or if she had a cigarette song lined up in her residency at some point, she was singing a cover the way Celine Dion did, I would just on principle, just back out. And if they're pressuring her to do that, especially, just back out, Dolly. I don't believe it was a sickness for her, I think, or any kind of medical stuff, but I'm glad she backed out if they were questioning it. But I hope it wasn't waiting for me to give information. And I hope it, because I'll do that. I'll try to do that soon now. Now that I feel like somebody's listening or it's making differences to people, I've got to put that out tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to sleep tonight. Tomorrow, I'm going to do whatever it is. And I've already oversold it. So, and when I do that, I oversold it. It's not going to be, well, I don't know. It's going to be an hour long, I'm sure. They always are. So sorry about that. I mean, I feel bad that she canceled. Not that I wanted her not to, or to cancel or not to cancel. I feel bad for all artists right now trying to go through this stuff and, stay alive. That's all I care about right now. Actually, it's true. I'm glad she canceled because that's the goal this year. 2025, artists stay alive, please. Okay, if you can. Okay, bye, Dolly. So earlier tonight, my predictions about the WNBA games came true for the Fever, but not for the Lynx. And it's because I'm so stupid. I didn't even realize Dejanay Carrington was on the injured list. Or maybe, if you had pushed it, I would have figured it out. But I haven't been paying attention. And had I known that she's out for the whole season, I thought she had a rib problem or something. I didn't know she was out for the whole season. And she's not playing, I probably would not have put the Lynx winning. I probably would have been on the fence about that because I thought the whole reason they wanted the Lynx, the whole reason I was thinking they put the Lynx there over the Phoenix Mercury is to have Dejanay in the finals. But they'll have AT there, and she'll decide whether they're both equally fine at rigging. And maybe Dejanay quit rigging. I hope she did. Maybe that's why she's injured. I had this big speech at her, and also she came from the Connecticut people, so why would she? I don't think she would be rigging anyway for the Vegas people. The Connecticut people don't like her. I think she went clean and legitimate. Oh, well, maybe the Minnesota Lynx. My brain is hurting, but I think I'm sorry. I'm like backtracking. I mean, if they won tonight, I would have said they're definitely not winning the next game. But and I would have predicted they win anyway just to keep the games going because, but and to have maybe they just couldn't do it. Maybe it just couldn't do it. Maybe they rigged it that way and they just couldn't do it. But anyway, I didn't understand. This would have factored into it, but it doesn't. I'm just whatever. And I wanted to say to Kelsey Mitchell when they won tonight. So the thing is, I don't want them to mess with this girl's head. She's going to think that she made some tonight that she shouldn't have made, and that's going to mess with her head. When you go to Vegas, if you miss a shot, that is 100% you. They're not going to have the ball rigging on you in Vegas, I don't believe. And even if they don't, You cannot let this mess with your head. You get out to Vegas, you're missing it, that's 100% on you. Get your ass out there and keep shooting. You can, and even if they are rigging on you, Kelsey, I'm talking to you if you're listening. Even if they are rigging against you, Caitlin, you guys already proved that you could shoot your way through it. You can shoot your way and beat the rigging machine. Okay, just keep shooting. Keep shooting. Do not shoot. And even if you, whatever, even if it messes you up, even if you lose the game, do not let it mess with your brain, because I don't care about this season. I only care about next season. This season is weird, and who knows what's rigged and not. So do it the best you can. I think it's not going to be rigged against you in Vegas, and don't let it mess with your head. I really had a good time watching this stuff, though, after the fact earlier. So I'm going to go through these just for a little bit lighthearted, and then we'll go through. So this was good. Oh, this is the other thing is they can only rig the 3-point shots, Kelsey. They can't rig this stuff. This is fantastic. Look at this. Look at Kelsey. Look at her go. Go, Kelsey. They can't rig this. Look. Womp womp. Whoop. Okay. Okay, Kelsey. So they can't rig that stuff. You're inside the 3-point line unless. All right, get that in your head. You really played well tonight, and you probably made all 5 of those threes. Even though I predicted it ahead of time, you were going to have a great night with threes. You had 5. If they did rig, there was 1 that went rattled and might have not gone in, and that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You got the rest, and the Indiana Fever seemed to be more low-key today going into the locker room, and I think it's either they're getting more tired or maybe they had a feeling that this game was rigged in their favor. Don't let it mess with your head, girls. 1-on-1 without any rigging anywhere, I think you could cut your team in half and still either one could be championship teams. I believe from what I've seen. Okay, seriously, it's the chemistry that counts. Okay, you guys got it. And who cares if you win or lose? I love this team so much. Oh, this was hilarious. Watch this. I don't think that's a bad no call. Here comes Kelsey. These are all Kelsey clips. But watch this. She looks like a rock star. Watch. Did you guys see that? She needed a guitar in her hand. That was hilarious. I saw that earlier. I was cracking up. And then, oh my God, Aaliyah Boston had some really great plays. They all had really great plays. I don't know why I have these 3, and they all happen to be. Oh, this one happened to be funny too. Watch this. This is hilarious.
What'd you like about the start to that first quarter for your 4-time MVP?
I like that she was making show.
Whoa.
You're good.
Sorry, Coach.
Kelsey's joining the interview there, Becky.
You know to catch you or catch the ball.
Catch you or catch the ball.
Well, speaking
so Becky Hammond just made every Indiana
What'd you like about the start
fan watching this now love Becky Hammond. I mean, it was just such a nice little moment. I don't know. I just love her for that. That was great. It was a great little moment between our girl Kelsey and Becky Hammond, the other coach. Everybody's going to love her after this. This is amazing. Just 5 seconds. It's amazing what 5 seconds can do. And then, what is this? What I'd stop. Oh, watch this. Okay, ow. I'm sorry, my battery. Okay, so Brianna Turner. Okay, so watch this. In big. Check this out. Look at this. Whoop. Oh my God. Jeez. Okay, so yeah. So earlier I said something like Brianna Turner might be a plant or something, and I checked and her number 11 came from another team. She was always number 11. So, and then I saw this and I said, oh my God, what am I saying? Keep this girl. Okay, keep her as much as possible. Okay, I'm sorry. I just backtracking on that. I'm sorry, Brianna. I'm sorry, team. Okay, I wasn't thinking properly. There's still a possibility. I'm really suspecting everybody. But oh, how old is Brianna Turner? I was just wondering her. I was looking at everybody, so I'm making up the roster, and I got to stop bagging on Sydney Colson, because the more I bag on her, the more other teams won't want her. So the goal is for somebody in the expansion team. I think there are 2 of them. Are there 2 expansion teams? They're going to pick 2 people off this team. Good Lord. And I'm asking them if the people, okay, so Ari is protected because people who are on the hardness contract can't be drafted away. So Chloe and Ari are protected. Anyway, we're going to be protecting Caitlin and Aaliyah Boston second, and everybody's going to have a fit because you're going to say, why not Kelsey? Because, sorry, Aaliyah is it. She is the center of this team. She, with Caitlin, these two. And, you cannot, Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell are not going to make it if they don't have Aaliyah Boston. Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston can make it without Caitlin, and Caitlin and Aaliyah Boston can make it without Kelsey. But Caitlin and Kelsey aren't going to make it without Aaliyah. Now, I mean, you get it. Everybody understands this. Okay, you need the big, and you need a good big, and she's a good big, and she's not going to make it anywhere without either of those two as well. Okay, this is like, okay, so, but we're going to keep those 3 for sure. Everybody knows that. But I'm just telling you, if given the choice, you got to keep Caitlin, period, I take that back. Aaliyah's not going to make it elsewhere on her own without these guys. Kelsey's not going to make it on her own elsewhere without either Aaliyah or Caitlin. Caitlin can make it anywhere on her own. That girl, she'll attract good players. Like everybody's saying, oh, they're winning without Caitlin. No, bullshit. That is so much bullshit. Most of those players would not want to even come to Indiana without Caitlin and the attention she brings. They know I want to go to Indiana because it's a good attitude, it's a good feeling, and also you have somebody who's going to be passing to you, and she just gets the attention. So these people, oh, they're winning without her. You're not getting that team without Caitlin there. So, and then she's on the sidelines, and the fans come, and the fans help the team. If the fans aren't there, they're not making it. It's as any team. If you have a whole season with no fans cheering you, those teams aren't going to make it. So anyway, I'm just saying, just stop saying. Caitlin could make it without all these people, period. And I'm not even talking about her skill, which is amazing. Okay, if they don't mess with her 3-point thing, the passing, everything. Okay, so Caitlin, anyway, you're going to keep those 3, and then Natasha Howard, of course. But I'm looking at ages, and you got to keep her at least 1 more year for Michaela. So if you're going to protect anybody, please, I would say the younger one, I would say Michaela. But you need to keep these 2 together 1 more year. She needs 1 more year of being under Natasha, her big sister from Florida State. Okay, but you have to protect her just to keep her there for Michaela. If they take Michaela, I don't know what you guys are going to do, but you do have a good recruiter. You have somebody who knows how to recruit people, so I'm not too worried about the expansion draft. But the goal is to get the expansion teams to draft Sydney Colson away. Okay, that's the point. And I'm not going to bag on her anymore. And also, you need to get the expansion teams to take Austin Kelly away, right? If that guy is as good as everybody's saying, he's fantastic, he needs to be a head coach. And if he's corrupt, he needs to get away anyway. So either way, that guy needs to get out of there. Okay, he needs to get out of there. And unless Brianna January, what's her name? Something January? Oh, January. His wife. No, January. His wife is somebody else. If his wife is the one who's really good at recruiting, then try to separate them. Why am I getting these notices? Whatever. So, okay, guys. Oh, this should have been 5 minutes. I'm sorry. Damaris is older, but at the same time, she's a big, and she's a good big. So if you guys are good at recruiting, you need to. I think she's just so good with the chemistry right here is so good, you guys, and that's so hard to come up with. But at the same time, if you have this core chemistry, and you're saying, where are the new players? These are the only players I've seen, and I was very impressed. I said this is the next 10 years, but it's also the coaching, and it's also you need your core, and you need Lexi Hall and Ari McDonald for the defense, and also just Ari. She's not up for grabs because she was a I don't know how the expansion occurs. Sophie's not as good as these other players, maybe not as good, but you cannot, like, come on, the eyes, and then you're also like, well, this is just like I'm sorry, I don't mean to be racism here, but what is the racism one? There's like a Chloe Bibby. They recently did this cartoon where she's standing on the court with the other three and she's getting all sorts of flack for being racist and all this stuff. No way. They shouldn't have put a black female, they purposely put a black female police officer on the court to stand up to the white girl, the little white girl thing they got going over here. They did that on purpose, and then they're trying to do a race baiting thing. You need to keep Chloe Bibby on there, you guys. You need to protect the white girls. You know, I mean, come on. These guys are all great players, and you need to have at least some. They're all good white players, and it's just a nice core of white players. But Sophie, just because she gets a lot of attention, she gets a humongous amount of attention. All she did was protect Caitlyn that one time, and that's all she needs, and I think you need to keep her. I don't think she's going to be happy anywhere else. I don't think she's going to get as much attention anywhere else. I think she's good for... Actually, she's also MAGA, isn't she? Yeah. It's a MAGA team, you guys. You got to keep Sophie. You got to keep Sophie. You got to keep Brianna. These guys are all must-keeps. You're saying, well, who would you get rid of? And I can't do that decision, you guys. You're on your own. The important thing is not who to get rid of here. You guys will figure it out. The most important thing is who's coming in here. And if you're going to say Odyssey Sims, I haven't cleared her. She seems like a good player, but also she's older. I think Ari is better at replacing Caitlyn on the floor than Odyssey Sims will be. I just have a feeling, because she just brings this energy that I'm not sure Odyssey Sims has, and in the I just like, I'm sorry, Ari's my girl. She's just like me, so it's a chemistry thing I cannot explain. But did I not say that this was your winning team? Right here, I said they're going to make it to the playoffs. This team is going to get you to the playoffs without Caitlyn, and then have Caitlyn play, but they're doing fine. And also, I don't know what happened in the second half of the season as far as rigging to let them win. I don't remember when I took off to do this boost security stuff. I don't know what happened. I haven't been back since, and I haven't seen a full game with Odyssey Sims and all these new players. They seem fine. And to be honest, you guys can figure it out, but I really would like Ari to be back on the court with more playtime. And I don't think that will happen if you have Odyssey Sims there. Oh, you know what you have to do is, well, no, you don't ask Caitlin Clark either, because she probably wouldn't have had a lot of these people coming in, or not, or I'm not sure. I mean, if she's butting heads, there was a certain vision. They were saying, oh, you can't have her off the ball, and it turns out it was probably one of the best things they could do in case she wasn't playing like this. But it's who you bring in, and Odyssey Sims and the other ones that all came in, I think they would be really fantastic on an expansion team, especially Odyssey Sims, because they're going to need a veteran, and they're going to need a veteran to lead the team, and she's not going to lead this team. Okay, she needs to go elsewhere and lead a team, even though they don't make it to the playoffs or whatever. She's doing it now, but she's not going to play a lot, and but I don't see it. I think Ari fits in more with Caitlyn and Kelsey, but you have to ask them, or you guys would know better. But I like Ari, and I love Ari, the way she plays. I hope you keep her. I hope she's your point guard. The other girls, I'm sure, are fine. I'm sure they're really good. They're going to do well on expansion teams, but this is my team. I don't want you guys to get rid of any of these guys. But it's who you bring in. They can't be riggers. That's why I don't trust those other ones. Like, everybody's trying to blow you guys up. You really got to keep Brianna Turner. If she seriously sat on the bench all the time and she's that good, that's like, that's so good for the locker room. It's so good for everything. It's so good for the locker room. Okay? We over me. She is the center of that. She is it. You need to keep her. We over me. All right? She's so important. Don't let anybody draft her away. I'm saying that for everybody. You need the white girl. She's so good. God damn. She can come in. She doesn't seem to care about riding the bench either. She's a we over me. They're trying to kick her out, which is a good sign. She's getting all sorts of flack online saying she's a racist and all this. And all that happened in that situation. And they shouldn't have had a black female cop. They did that on purpose. But it was just Sophie trying to stand up for her teammate Odyssey Sims, and maybe she's getting flack for being racist, and maybe she overdid it by saying, look, I do this for the white players as well as the black players. She was trying to make a statement, and in the process she's standing up against a black police officer, which shouldn't have been there. Why is a police officer? She wrote something like, what an aura. Why is a black police officer, or why is any police officer on the court during that? What was that all about? They're having the black policewoman kick those white girls, and that's my favorite clips. Every time they show clips coming up on X, it's always the cheering squad, and it's not just those 3 or 4 white girls. Though it is a lot. It is the white girls, but it's Caitlyn, and they're all in the end, and it's hilarious because it doesn't matter their skin color, but it is Caitlyn and Sophie. A lot of times it's mostly Caitlyn and Sophie. But okay, I'm done talking. I just want to see these guys. Please, 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 please keep these 11. See, this 11's my lucky number. Please do what you can to keep these 11. And then bring in somebody who's really good. And if they get drafted away, you guys don't get rid of the person who drafted these. Now, the only thing changing my mind is if Austin Kelly fought for any of these people to come in. I don't think he did. Well, who would he fight to come in? He wouldn't fight for any of them. Keep them all. Keep them all. That's my last thing. Okay, bye. Damn, I went way too long. Bye. Living my best life. Boo security tomorrow. Oh my God, first day of the show. Hey, baby girl. It's gonna be fun. Everything's looking great. Everything. You're looking great. The stuff, the set looks great. Everything. You look so happy. I'm just so happy. I can't wait for tomorrow. Oh, one thing I wanted to ask you is why wasn't this is kind of strange. This I don't know about. Why